Now we are having with respect to Kaggle and UCI. These are the two major repositories. Majorly we'll get all the types of data sets. For example, tomorrow in the real life companies, we are working on one of the project called as finance. So finance related projects we are working, and we want some samples. Whenever we are working on the new data set and the large data sets for any finance related companies, it is better to do any kind of small project or related to that project, or some kind of understanding on that is very good. So anyways, we are going to do the business problem understanding. We are going to do the data understanding. This is common. Apart from that, we are going to take some kind of data sets which are related to finance are available. Instead of going on the original data set, we'll the sample data sets also we can get. Here all kind of sample data sets from all different domains, it is available. From whatever the domain you want, it is available. Finance, real estate, healthcare, pharma, with respect to like marketing, whatever the domain you ask. Okay, whatever the domain you want, every domain, every data set is available. Okay, maximum number of data sets you can get from these two repositories. Sample data sets, not the original company's data sets. Company's data sets will be always with the company only. Okay, only the sample data sets they'll release into the market once the project is completed. For example, in the Infosys, let us take in the 2010, they have completed one project. The contract time also completed. Okay, initial started, and after that 4 years contract time, whatever the time is there, that contract time also completed, everything is completed. Now that is generalized, open. For everyone, it is open. Now they release that same thing into the market. Like for example, Netflix is there. Netflix movies data set is there. Movies data set, movie recommendation, we are taking some data set and we are working, right? Recommendation engines, we are going to select. That data set was given by Netflix earlier, not latest one. That is not the latest one. Similarly, whatever the things we are going to work, IMDb data set is there. Tomorrow you are going to work in the SQL IMDb data set, where in that IMDb, everyone knows, right? Movie rating, it will give the movie rating, IMDb ratings. So in this data set, I'm having almost 350,000 movies are there. That many records are there. That many records data is available with us. That is also we are going to work in the future. Okay, in the SQL, we are going to learn this one. Now, all these kinds of data sets are with respect to real-time data, but not complete data. They are real-time projects, but at the same time, they are not complete projects. Now, as these projects, none of them is going to disclose. If someone says that whatever we have done in the company, we are giving miss, he has to be your relative only. He has to take the risk of if something happens in the real time, he has to take the risk. For example, I have told you that this is an Infosys project. I'm sharing you directly whatever I have worked earlier in the Infosys. This is the project I have worked, and I'm sharing to you. If I say like this, next time I will not get any kind of project from Infosys. I will not get the call from the Infosys if it is leaked. If it is not leaked, means nothing problem. But if you say to your friends that sir has shown some Infosys, whatever the projects he has worked in the Infosys or HCL or whatever the company, if you say to your friends like this, it gets the something into the market, then we'll never get the projects. Because as per the Infosys, when I'm working in the Infosys, example, I have not worked in the Infosys, example. Okay, when we are working in a particular company, there is a terms and conditions. Certain terms and conditions will be there. On the terms and conditions, whatever the agreement we have signed, in that one of the things is we should not do the data leakage. The data should not be leaked. Okay. So if you do the data leakage, though you are coming out of that company also, furtherly you should have the good contacts with that company, means you should not do anything wrong. Right? Now, coming to this, where repositories, where we are having the data sets are available in these two repositories. Majorly these two repositories where you can get the data. Okay. Now, so here, what type of computations are available? Multiple computations are there. One computation will be with respect to where you will get the money. Even $1 lakh also computation is available, where $50,000 computation is available. Some computations are free of cost, right? So for registering Kaggle, it is free. Registering the Kaggle is free. There is no problem, absolutely no problem. Here, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to select a data set called as Titanic data set. Sir, why you are selecting Titanic data set only, sir? Reason behind this is, here there is an option called as submit predictions. Here, whichever the data set has, whichever the computation has, the submit predictions, that is called as open. The computation is open. Here you can't find the submit predictions option is there. This option is not available, means it is closed. The competition is closed because you can't submit, right? You can download the data. Downloading the data is absolute no problem. Your answers you have to submit, means the competition should be open. Okay. So the competition should be open, means this part should be available. One of the example is this one. Okay. You are not interested in Titanic. Select as per your choice. Go to whichever the data set you are interested, select that one. Absolutely no problem. And here, whichever is having the submit predictions option, that data set or that competition is open. Whichever is having not having this option, there is no option of this one, meaning is it is not open. So this particular data set is always open 365 days. I mean 24/7. Simply to say 24/7 it is open. Okay, 365 days and every second it is open only. So whenever you want to, you can download. Whenever you want, you can submit. Okay, there is no restriction that within 1 week only we have to submit or within 2 days only we have to submit. There is no restriction. This data set is open for 365 days. Some competitions are there where it is open for only 5 days or 4 days or 10 days. It depends upon the competition to competition. Right? Now, sir, which competition is good one in the industry? If I take this competition, that is going to be benefit for me in the industry, means there is no rule like that. For example, my resume, whatever the resume I am having, in the resume, I'm going to write my name as Sivarama Krishna. And below to that, I'm going to write as a present, I'm the lead data scientist. I'm working as a lead data scientist in one of the company. Okay, that is my present role, whatever the role is there. So this lead data scientist, or for that company, I'm the lead data scientist or principal data scientist. For the company, I'm the top on the data science. To me, only the project manager is there. Next level is only project manager. Right? Now, lead data scientist, I'm working. This is my role, current role. Below to that, I'm going to write top 1 percentile Kaggle, top 1 percentile in Kaggle competition. Just I will write like this. 1% means 1 percentile, 2 percentile means 2 percentile, 3 percentile means 3 percentile, 4 means 4, whatever it is. If I am in the top means I will write that one. Percentile I'm writing. I'm not writing the rank number. For example, you are writing your rank as 420 out of 420, yeah? 420 rank, okay. Out of 420 means you are the last ranker. Out of 4,200 means you are in the top 10 percentile. If you out of 42,000 means you are in top 1 percentile. Out of 4,20,000 means you are in the top 0.1 percentile. Denominator depends. Not this one. Numerator not depends. Denominator value with respect to the whatever the division value you have got, that value is important. Right? So if you say that I'm having the 420 rank means, okay, 420 instead of 420, I'm having with respect to 1002, rank number 1002 out of 11,050 only. Maybe. So in the Kaggle, whenever there is a competition, we have to say in terms of percentile. CAT exam, GATE exam, everything will be in terms of percentile. Ranking system or percentile system should be there. Either rank should be there or percentile should be there. Any one should be there, right? Now here, for example, let us take this Kaggle competition. So total, how many has attended this Kaggle competition, miss? So you can see here, that's 13,780 are there. Overall 13,780. If you are in the top 137, your rank is equal to 1 percentile. If you are in the top 274, then you are in the top 2 percentile. If you are in the top, according to that, 3 percentile, 4 percentile, according to that. 1 percentile means 137. Divide by 100. If you do divide by 100, it is 1 percentile. So if you are in the top 137, you are in 1 percentile. Top 274 means you are in the top 2 percentile. And if you are in the top, for example, 13,780. As of now, 13,780. Tomorrow in my students only 50 members are attempting, means automatically this one will be 13,830, right? 50 students are newly they are attempting this competition, means total number will be increased, right? So it is not going to be fixed. Every day it is not going to fix. As the numbers added, it is going to change the numbers. Now, here, for example, your rank is, let us take like this, 138 into 5. Your rank is less than 690. your rank is less than 690. If you got a rank of less than 690, you are in the top percentile. Then only you will consider into the market, and then only you keep inside that. If your rank is above 690 means don't keep that Kaggle rank also. Don't keep that Kaggle rank also. Waste of time. Waste of use. Why? Because in the market, top 5 percentile are getting the good with respect to jobs. Impact is going to be for top 5 percentile only. For top 10 percentile also, we are not having that much of impact. Based on my experience, whatever the students have seen, that one. Now, here, this is one of the example where I have done in this class. In the class only, I have done in front of the students, and I have got with 185, I have submitted something. In front of the students only, we have done. Only one attempt I have done. First attempt, right? And here, you can take multiple attempts. There is no rule that you have to take only one attempt. See here, one person has taken 150 attempts. One person has taken with 25 attempts. One person has taken with 28, 39. Like this, different people has attempted with multiple times. Here in the class, whatever the maximum I can do in 1.5 hour session, that only I have applied and I have uploaded the notes. Okay. If you are having good amount of time, automatically your Kaggle rank will be. So whenever my Kaggle rank is less than 2 percentile, immediately I will work on that. Still top 2 percentile, I will not even touch also. For this, it is more than sufficient for me. Right? And that too, I'm not a fresher. This is during the fresher. When I'm fresher, I have done this one. Kaggle competitions is for freshers or 0 to 2 years of experience in data science. Once you are 2 years of more than 2 years in data science, if you are in more than 2 years, top priority goes with respect to your projects, what you have done in the 2 years. No Kaggle, no certification, nothing, everything 0. Once you are experienced persons, only the project. Everything becomes 0. For experienced people, nothing will be considered. For experienced people, only directly interview only will be there. Not even, they will not send a data set for you. They will not have any kind of aptitude test, or they will not have anything. Directly only interview. One and only interview. Okay, that is 1 stage or 2 stages. That is secondary. That depends upon the company, and how much time of interviews also depends on the company. One time I have faced an interview where for 2.5 hours, they have interrogated me almost for 2.5 hours. Interview was 2.5 hours, interview was conducted. That is their requirement. For what purpose, you don't ask. That is first one. Okay, let us keep that one aside. Okay, payment wise very high. I have told you, right? Proxy something. I have told you already, right? So they have told me that, sir, we are looking for a lead data scientist. At the time I'm working as a senior data scientist. They told that we are looking for a lead data scientist in Hyderabad, in Madhapur company also. I don't remember the company name. I have forgotten. Okay, one company. I remember the address and the persons who has interviewed me, and it is offline interview only. Now I have went for this interview, and in this interview they have asked for 2.5 hours. Completed. 2.5 hours interview was completed. Finally, they have selected me. That is also completed. Okay. After selecting, now they have explained the role. Before to that, they have written in the job description differently. Now, whatever the actual role, once everything was completed, HR round is completed, salary discussion is completed, everything is completed. Now they have discussed actual things. What is the actual thing they have discussed is, sir, we have to do the proxy for the US companies. Not for the company, for the persons who are taking the interview. On their behalf, I have to take the interview, it seems. Instead of students, whoever the persons who are going to take the interview, instead of them, I have to take the interview, it seems. And for each interview, they are going to pay for me $400 for each interview. Per day, I have to take 2 interviews, and per month, it is almost 40 interviews. 40 into 400, which they told $16,000. As per now, you can convert that one in Indian currency, whatever it is, right? Value wise, it will be very high, but ethically, everything is wrong. Of course, this we have rejected, right? So, though we are getting money also, we can't do some unethical things, right? Now, coming to this, here, for experienced people, always remember, for experienced people, only the project matters. For the freshers, this Kaggle competition or certifications, all these things are matters. Okay. Is that clear, guys? Now, next, so here the Titanic data set is there. First, you have to download the data set. Go to the data set. And here, just observe the first, what is this Titanic data set? And here, everyone knows Titanic data, everyone knows, right? Now, if you go to here, we are having the training data and testing data. Two data sets are available, it seems. So data set description, they have written overview. The data has split into two groups. One is called as train.csv. Second one is called as test.csv. Now the training set, whatever the training set is there, this is the training set and this is the testing set. Now gender underscore submission dot csv. This is the way where you have to submit your answers. You have to submit in this way. We also included gender underscore submission dot csv as a set of predictions, assuming all, and example, as an example, how you have to send the answers. This is a sample copy of answers. This is a sample copy of your answers, how you have to send. Now, this is the data set. Now, in the data set, we are having with respect to training data set and testing data set, train.csv, test.csv. So just you can download here. So this is the train.csv. First, you can click on the download. Select the test.csv and click on the download. Okay. And next, go to the gender submission.csv and click on the download. Total 3 files will be downloaded in your downloads folder. So just open your downloads folder. So in your downloads folder, you are going to get 3 files. One is called as train, one is called as test, one is called as gender submission. Just open the train. Whatever the train file is there, just open the train file. Now in this train, you are having the passenger ID, survived, T class, name, gender, age, SIB, SP, TRCH, ticket, fare, cabin, embark. Now here, I know passenger ID means, what is meant by passenger ID? I am aware. Survived means 0 and 1. 2 are there. Means one is yes or no. Which is yes, which is no? 0 is yes, 1 is yes, which one is yes, which one is no? Means generally, by default, whenever you get any data set like this, they have done the label encoding. Alphabetical order, it will be there. So 0 stands for no, 1 stands for yes. Or alphabetical order will be there by default. Whenever you are getting any data set like this, alphabetical order, it will be there. Next up, P class. Again, here 1 is there, 3 is there, 2 is there. Some numbers are there. What is this? All of them. So what I'm going to do is here there is a data set description is available. So survived means 0 means no, 1 means yes. P class means ticket class. As everyone knows Titanic data set, right? Everyone has seen the Titanic movie also. So inside the Titanic movie, we have observed that, of course, hero, heroine, let us keep that one side. Now in the Titanic, the persons, they have traveled. And in between, they have faced some kind of issue and everything was collapsed. And many of them has died and some of them has survived. Now, in that movie, they have clearly shown that high class people only have survived. They have shown the partiality for the high class people and they have shown the partiality towards the low class people. Right? The same thing you can observe here also. Right? Now here, in the ticket class, we are having first class ticket, second class ticket and third class ticket. And of course, hero belongs to third class. Heroine belongs to first class in that movie. Here there is no Jack. There is no Rosie. Both are not available. Right? Now here, whatever the gender is there, gender with respect to male and female. Next, age means age in years. SIB, SP. There is a word called as SIB, SP. What is meant by this SIB, SP means? SIB stands for siblings. Number of siblings. How many siblings are there? Or spouse. For example, his wife is there means wife or siblings, 2 brothers or brother and sister or someone. Along with that, for that particular passenger, any parents or children are available. Any particular parents or children are available that it is going to check. Now, ticket number. What are the ticket is there? Ticket number and fare, passenger fare and cabin number. Embark means at what station they have loaded the they have boarded into the particular Titanic ship. Right? the people at what station, at particular station, they have boarded the ship. In the movie, they have shown only one starting location only they have shown, but actually the ship was started from the three. They have total 3 stops are there, right? Now this one, whatever this is there. So here, if you observe, this is the data, okay, where this is the data I'm having with respect to the age and all these things. Is that clear? Data set description is clear. I mean variable names. Now variable names are there, ready. Inside this is the input variable, input variable, input variable, input variable. All of them are input variables. Whether they are useful or not useful, that is secondary, but input variables. Where this is the output variable. Okay. Whether the person has survived or not survived is the output variable. Remaining all of them are input variables. Now similarly, if you open the okay, I'm having the passenger IDs. Again, all the input variables are there, but one column is missing called as survived. Whether they have survived or not, that only you have to predict. For this data set, this passenger, whatever the passenger is there, these passengers has been survived or not, you have to predict. And whatever the predictions are there, output predictions, y hat, whatever the y hat is there, predictions, you have to do the predictions for all the records. And once the records, so total you are having 418 records are there. Here 419 you can see, right? 419 out of first one is heading. The first line, first row, if you ignore, total 418 records are there. Okay. Out of 418 records, the first 892 it started and ending number is 1309. Okay. Total records are 418 records are there. Starting with respect to passenger ID of 892, ending passenger ID is 1309. Now for these 418 records, we have to predict the y value, whether the person was survived or not survived. Okay. Once you have written the person was survived or not survived, whatever the answers are there. Now here in the gender submission, okay, in the gender submission for all these records, for 892 to 1309, whatever the person was survived or not, this is a sample. This is not the original answer. Okay, don't feel this is a original answer and don't copy. Okay, so this is a sample. So sample answers will be like this. So for each of the person, after predicting, I want only with respect to the passenger ID and predicted values. These are the 2 columns you have to select, and you have to create a data frame by using only these 2, and that you have to convert as a CSV file, and that CSV file you have to upload in the Kaggle. Is that clear? Now, this is a binary classification problem. The example is a binary classification problem where the person has survived or not survived. So for this, we are going to apply logistic regression, next KNN, next SVM, decision tree, random forest, ADA boost, gradient boost, XGBoost, and ANN. These are the different algorithms which you have to apply. And finally, which algorithm is the best one? Using that algorithm, you have to predict the answers. And whatever the answers was predicted, that one you have to submit to the Kaggle. Is that clear? Now, so once you are done this one, for example, you have got with respect to Kaggle top 5 percentile, assume. In your resume, you are going to write like this, top 5 percentile in Kaggle competition. You should not use the word of Titanic data set. You should not use that word. You can take any competition as per your choice. Titanic data set or loan prediction or whatever it is. Don't mention the data set name. None of them. If you are doing on the different data set also, don't mention that one in the resume. Just write top 5 percentile in the Kaggle competition. That's it. In the interview, they will ask you, oh, you have told that in the tell me about yourself also, you'll tell about that I have got the top 5 in the Kaggle, right? Now they'll ask you on which data set you have applied. Then you say, here the question is whether you have applied Titanica, whether you have applied Lona, whether you have done in the Adasa. This is not important. The process is there, right? Starting to ending, the process is there, right? That is important. They are going to question you on the process. Okay. Okay. Then, for example, you have told, I'm in the top 5 Kaggle. You have told like this, assume. Now the interviewer is going to ask you on which data set you have applied. Titanic. Okay. What you have predicted. So whether the person was survived or not survived. Which type of problem it is called as? Sorry, it is called as binary classification. So what type of algorithms you have applied? I'm going to say the list of algorithms. Okay, in this list of algorithms, which algorithm is the best one? So there is no best answer. We have to try all of them, and which gives the best one, that is the best answer for the given data. Like this, the interview process will continue. Question by question, the interview process will continue. First question they will ask on which data set and what type of problem and what type of algorithms you have applied. So in your data set, is there any missing values? They'll ask, yes, missing values are available. Then how you have treated your missing values? There are multiple options are there. How you have treated? They'll ask the question. Yes, sir, I have treated in this way. Why you have treated in that way only? Simply you can delete, right? Why you have treated in that way? They'll ask. You will tell what is the answer. Whoever has done that project, they'll answer immediately, instantly they will answer. Whoever has learned from their friends or whoever has got the everything from their friends, they'll take 2 minutes and they'll think like this. They'll say on the top. They'll try to recollect whatever their friend has told. They'll try to recollect. And based on their expressions and based on their answers, we can easily say whether that person has done or others has done. Okay. So easily we can identify. Someone explains to you also. Easily we can identify that one in the data science. That too, we are a data scientist. We are working as a multiple years we have worked, right? For every small thing we'll analyze. Obviously, we'll analyze this one also, right? Which type of students will give the quick answers, which type of students will give the late answers. That one also will analyze, right? Generally. So in the data science interviews, you have to remember the person who is going to interview you also is a data scientist. Don't forget that one. Normally only he will analyze small things only he will analyze. This type of major thing which is job related to job and he has to give him good package for you means obviously so much of things he is going to analyze. Don't forget that who is the person who is going to interview is a data scientist, right? Data scientist mindset will be entirely different, not as a program developer or a programmer. Their mindset will be entirely different, whereas data scientist mindset will be entirely different. Okay, right? Somewhere I'm going crossly and zigzag way. Don't think in a wrong way. Just in the afternoon show, I have completed one movie and it is getting impacted. Suddenly, unexpectedly, I have went for a movie, Balakrishna movie, that too. So it is getting impacted. So it will take for me to settle down. Okay. I have to come outside the mess. It will take here where someone. So the process is important. Whatever the process is important. So don't mention in the resume you have worked on the Titanic data. And this particular computation you can't use as the capstone project. Because, sir, the same computation, whatever we are doing, trying to split and we are applying all the algorithms. This much of things we are doing. Can we apply this? Can we select the same thing as our capstone project? No, because you have to select your capstone projects. Whatever the capstone projects you have done, your project should be highlighted in such a way which is having a real-time application. For example, you have done this project, assume. With this project, you have identified whether the person was survived or not survived. Okay, good. Computation was okay. Now, what is the real-time application of this one? In the real time, are you going to say that whether the person is going to survive or not? Once again, Titanic will come. No, right? There is no use of this project in real time. Tell me which company is going to use this one? Any company will use this one? No. Instead of that, loan prediction by finance companies or banking sectors, marketing related project. Some marketing companies they are going to use. For example, predicting whether the person will get an admission in the US university or not. That one also will be used by consultancy services. Okay, in Hyderabad also we are having multiple consultancy services are there, educational consultancy services. They are going to use that one. If you predict a person will get a admission in the abroad or not, miss, that is also useful. So here, whenever you are writing the capstone project, the thing is you have to write the project name. You have to write the project name. And with respect to domain, what domain it belongs to. Whether it domain means to which type of companies this project is applicable. That you have to write clearly. For example, you have taken the project called as predicting whether the person will get an admission in the US or not. Based on the SOP, statement of purpose, GRE, TOEFL, IELTS, whatever the exams are there, IELTS and SOP, CGPA, okay, and recommendation letters, whatever the type of recommendation we are having, right? Whatever the university you have studied earlier, completed your graduation, based on all these parameters, it is going to be dependent whether you will get a admission in that particular university or not. Okay, let's assume there is one university in US. Okay, whether this university, whether you are going to get an admission or not, miss, it is going to depend on all these parameters. Right? Now, assume there is a data set where all these parameters are there. The same thing which we are going to do in the capstone project. In the class, I will show you that one in the later. Right? So, assume there is a data set in this way and where you have to predict whether the person will get an admission in the US or not. Now, this is going to be useful to whom? To whom it is going to useful? Which domain it belongs to, miss? Education. Domain is education. So whoever the educational consultancy services are there, for them it is going to be useful. Now, sir, just before doing this project, predict whether the person will get an admission or not. For example, let us assume you are the student. Obviously, you are the students, right? Okay. Now you go to some educational consultancy service in Hyderabad. Anything, choice is yours. Some educational consultancy services which are available in the Hyderabad. Okay. So once you have entered into that consultancy services and just ask them, sir, I want to get an admission. I have completed my BTech or BSc or whatever it is degree, and I want to get an admission in the US. Just ask the question like this. Now they are going to ask you, you'll ask only one question. They'll ask you multiple questions. Question number 1, what is your CGPA? Question number 2, what is your educational background? Question number 3, whether you are from IT or non-IT. Question number 4, what is your GRE score? Like this, they'll ask multiple questions. One by one, they'll ask. Now, once they have collected all the information, from you, now they are going to take, once they have collected all the information, they are going to feed the same thing in the system. Whatever the database is there, inside the database, they are going to fill everything. Now, once they have filled all the details, they are going to click on the submit. Once they click on the submit, it is going to display 3 universities. It will display in their monitor. It is not official for us. Only it is visible for their executives only. It will not be visible for us. Now, what are these 3 universities, miss? Which are having the high probability for your whatever the data you have shared. Based on your data, these are the top 3 universities where there is a high probability you will get the admission. They will say that, sir, in US, these are the 3 universities are there. For these 3 universities, there is a high probability you may get. They will suggest the 3 universities. For these 3 universities, they will say that I will charge 50,000 rupees and we'll get the admission. Apart from the college fees, whatever the other fees are there. This is only consultancy fees, right? 50,000 they are going to charge. Why they are charging 50,000? Means they will say, sir, 15,000, 3 universities, we are going to pay around 40,000 as their application fees only. And 10,000 is our processing charges. What they are going to do? They are going to fill the application form on your behalf. The more the lazy fellows are there, the more the education consultancy services will be there. More number of consultancies are there, miss, the more number of lazy fellows are there in the market. That is the indication. They don't know how to fill the application. They don't know how to send the application. Why consultancy is required? We can't send. You can't open the universities in the US. Directly, you only can open. You only can select the application form. You only can download. You only can do everything. And you only can send your application, right? For this consultancy also required. Right? Okay, let us keep this one side. Now, they are going to say, sir, for application forms only, we are going to complete 40,000 and 10,000 is our fees. Example, I'm saying this details around 5-6 years back. When I have tried, this is the scenario. I'm not saying about now, right? Now they are going to say 10,000 rupees. Now this 10,000 they are going to say top 3 universities. These are the top 3 universities. Now these top 3 universities, there is a probability. No, sir, I want MIT. I want Stanford. If I ask like this, then what they are going to say, sir, whatever the universities you are asking, we'll apply. There is a probability that you may get, you may not get. If you don't get, means we are not responsible. But we are sure that you'll get out of these 3 universities, one university is Pakka. This is 100% guarantee. Otherwise, we'll refund the amount also. These 3 universities, how they have selected? Backend is machine learning. Right? There is a project on that. Is that clear? So this type of projects, whatever the real-time application oriented projects are there, this type of projects you have to keep in the resume. In the resume, what project you have to keep? What project you have to keep in the resume means, remember, you have to ask yourself only one question, that which company is going to use this project? Which company use this project? For this question, if you are having answer, miss, you can keep that project in the resume. For this question, there is no answer, miss, don't keep that one in the resume. Simple. Which company use this project? You are having the answer for that, miss, that project. For example, mushroom data set is there. Which company will use? Whether to process the this one or that one, right? Or penguin data set is there. Which company will use? Right? So at least mushroom will be used by food processing companies. At least there is a probability that at least that one will be used. But we are not applying for those companies, right? Now in the market, sir, okay, multiple domains are there. Which domain I have to do the project? From which domain? Can you suggest some of the domains where it will have the good impact, so that we'll select from that domain only, sir? Now, very simple. Whenever you want to work on the new project, and which type of domain you have to select, miss, just open your any job portal of your choice. Anything of your choice. Last 1 month, just observe how many data science jobs are there, and from which domain they have asked most number of jobs. Apply the mode. From which domain they have asked most number of jobs. That you do the project. That domain you do the project. More number of projects are from healthcare. Recently, I have observed more number of projects from the healthcare domain, miss, do the healthcare project. More number of projects you have observed from finance, miss, do the finance project. More number of projects you have observed with respect to pharma, miss, apply the pharma project. Just apply the mode. First one is completed. Second one also same thing. Same mode. So most of the companies we are going to satisfy. We are not focusing on the less companies. Most of the companies we want to satisfy, means most of the companies what they are asking, just observe that one. Now there is a high probability that you will satisfy most number of companies. Sir, how I can know that whether that company is working on that project or not? How I can know? On which project they are working, on which domain they are working, how I can know? In the job description, they are going to say clearly added advantage. They'll use one word called as added advantage with respect to any person with finance background is an added advantage. What is the meaning of that, miss? In the future, once you are entered into the company, you are going to work on the finance project. Right? So one person should be good at healthcare. If they write that word, miss, they're expecting once you enter into the company, you have to work on the healthcare domain. Whatever the word they are using, that is your upcoming project. For that upcoming project only, they are hiring you. The reason behind hiring is that one. Okay. Whenever the project starts, immediately you will get the offer letter. If the project is immediate, miss, they'll write immediately also. The more the immediately word is there, means there is a high probability if you do something good also, they'll hire you. If the requirement is, okay, in 1 month, for example, today the client has called me. Sorry, the client and we both has met, and the client has discussed about the project, some project with me. And in the future, I'm going to work on this project. For that project, I want to hire some people. When I'm going to hire? For example, in this client has given me some project related to AWS, Azure, example. Okay, or DevOps or something, whatever it is. Now, I don't know that one. I can't leave this project also. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hire. So this client has not released 1 rupee also. Based on his, I can't hire the person and I can't pay the salary. So I have to wait. Till how much time I will wait? Once the project is confirmed and first payment was released, initial payment or with respect to confirmation, at least I get the project confirmation. Immediately, the moment I get the confirmation, immediately I will ask that person to join the company. For example, this client has discussed with me today only, and he has told, Shiva, I will let you know within 20 days. I will let you know in 20 days, Shiva, whether I will give this project for you or not. He has told me like this. In these 20 days, what I'm going to do, I will give the one of the job description and I will post the ad in the job portals. In meanwhile, I will do the interviews. In these 20 days, I will do the interviews. Once the 20 days was completed, once the project was confirmed, out of these 20 days, one person has done good enough. That person I will recall once again, and that person I will give the offer letter. Same process will be done by the companies. Is it clear? Sir, they have done the interview, sir. They have completed everything, sir. They have told that you have done nice and we'll let you know. And package and salary negotiation also completed, sir. But still now I have not got the offer letter, miss. First, they have to get the project confirmation, right? To get your offer letter, first they have to get the project confirmation. Once they receive the project confirmation, you will get the offer letter automatically. Instantly, you will get. Morning 10 o'clock project is approved, miss. By 11 o'clock, you will get the offer letter. They'll start. Once they get the project confirmation, immediately, till that passenger train will convert to Superfast Express. Right? Suddenly, it will convert. Is that clear? So which type of projects you have to keep in the resume is that one. So I'm going to show you sample project and you can select in the similar way. And how you have to project your project in the resume. Once you have done the project, okay, you have done. Okay, that after you have done the project, you have to project yourself. 2 ways you have to project. 2 times you have to project. Sorry, 2 times you have to project. Okay, 2 times you have to project. One is in the resume you have to project. Second one is whenever they ask you to introduce yourself, in that also you have to project yourself. These 2 are called as projecting ourselves. Resume is indirectly asking, project yourself, what are the plus points you are having, project yourself. Tell me about yourself is also project yourself, how many plus points are there, read all your plus points. If your plus points are 1 minute only, miss, 1 minute plus points only you are having. My name is this, inside this. 1 minute. In 1 minute, your plus are completed. You can't say about yourself than more than 1 minute. Okay, whenever the other interviews ask any question, introduce yourself, miss, what is the meaning is, they're asking you to project whatever the plus points you are having. Multiple plus points, not with respect to your assets. In my hometown, I'm having 10 acres of land, sir. That is not. Project your plus points in terms of subject wise. How many projects you have done, how much of algorithms you know, what is the high level projects you have done. This one. That is called as projection. Subject wise project yourself, whatever you can do, the max. Right? Now we have to project. Whatever the project we have done, we have to project. Right? Sir, weather prediction is also okay. Yes, weather prediction also okay. And wherever the project is applicable, write the domain name. Okay. And apply for those companies. Weather prediction will not be done by Dr. Reddy's, right? Weather prediction will not be done by the finance companies, right? So weather prediction project you have done, assume. For which companies, if you submit that project, which will have the good impact? Out of how many companies will use the weather prediction? Simple. Apply that logic. Right? Now, so here project is there. Some project is there. Something project is there. Okay. The project you write. The project title. First step you have to write the title. Okay. Next you have to write the description. description in 2 or 3 lines of. You have to describe the project, what you have done, where this project was used, and all these things. Just you have to describe your project in 2 or 3 lines. Not with respect to 20 pages or 40 pages. This is not the project report. This is the abstract. Your project report in your BTech project report will be with approximately 100 or 80 pages are there. Miss, how you have brought everything in the abstract in 1 page? The same way. Right? The entire project, you have to write the description in 2 or 3 lines. The description of the project. Second, for this, what are the different skills you have applied? Like statistics, Python, machine learning, all the things, whichever the skills you have applied. Second, you have to write whatever the algorithms you have applied. One person will apply just logistic regression and project is completed. The person between applying one algorithm, the person between who have applied 10 algorithms and identified the best result, there is no difference. So you have applied those many algorithms, means how I can know? You have to project yourself. Whatever the algorithms you have applied, write the list of algorithms separated by commas. And whatever the tools you have used, you know Seaborn. How I can know that one? You know that one. Right? So skills are with respect to Python, statistics, ML, DL, SQL. These are called as skills. Libraries. What are the libraries are there, right? Within the Python, you know NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, sklearn, stats model, SciPy. These all comes under tools. Whichever the tools you have applied for this project, you have to write. If SciPy was not applied, means don't write SciPy for this project. For this project, what tools are applied, that tools you have to write. Whatever the project you are writing, that for that project. For that project, whatever the tools you have applied. In the skill set, you have to write the model selection, hyperparameter tuning. Two words are more important. Pipelines. How you have to create the pipelines. That is most important. Right? These all comes under your skills. For this project, whatever you have applied, skills and with respect to tools. Right? Now the person will understand, oh, this person has done from the starting to ending and that end to end. All the different algorithms he has applied, and after that best algorithms he has selected and he has created the pipeline and finally identified which is the best one finally with this. And in the description already you have predicted with whatever the accuracy, all these things you have written in the description. Now they'll understand this person is having the subject. Assume one person has written a data project like this. Heading is project. And they have written some project. Name is some project. No description, nothing is there. And otherwise, they have written the description, something. Some description, 2 or 3 lines. And whether this person, if you interview, you have called for the interview. In the interview, you ask that, hey, for this project, what is all algorithms you have applied? Miss, sir, I have applied logistic regression, sir. Okay, logistic regression still? Logistic regression, sir. Okay, ra, completed, logistic, next. Sir, logistic only, sir. One and only project it seems. That is the final project it seems. Array, you are not submitting for your college BTech project, ra. You are coming for the company. You can cheat your HOD, you can cheat that, okay. That too, this project was buyed. That too in Amirpet only. He has brought from Amirpet only. If I take the project title also, it will be very comedy. Okay. Project name is called as Iris dataset. Iris is a flower name. One Iris is there, which is the most popular dataset, which is used for training purpose. So generally we have taken the penguin dataset, right? Generally, instead of penguin, we have to select the iris. Iris is also where we are having iris is a flower. Where inside this we are having setosa, virginica, versicolor. 3 types of flowers are there, which will be almost same. It is one of the most popular data set for multi-class classification problem. And he has applied. And multi-class classification, he has applied on the logistic regression. I asked, okay, what is logistic regression? Logistic regression means sigmoid function. Okay, sigmoid. Sigmoid will give you, if the value is greater than 0.5, it is 1. If it is less than 0.5, 0. Only 2 are possible. From where you got the third class from the sigmoid activation function? I asked this one. No, sir, I applied logistic only. Okay, I applied logistic. Okay, I'm understanding. How? I'm asking how. I applied logistic only, sir. Import logistic regression. Fit on X train, Y train. Nothing max he knows. Nothing what is the backend, nothing he knows. Now, after seeing this type of worst people in the market, so that is the reason we have got frustrated on the freshers only. Now, there is a freshers. Generally, why the people are asked with respect to experience, you know? Why freshers, they will not give a chance, you know? Once we hire the freshers, tomorrow, if you start your own company also, you will give the first priority for experience. Now you say that, sir, first we give the experience for the freshers chance only, they get the experience, right? Without giving experience, how will get without giving the job, how will they will get the experience, you'll ask now. But once you start your own company, you will also look for experience. Now, what is the meaning of experience, you know? Experience means who has done the real-time projects, that is experience. Who is having the subject, that is experience, not with respect to who has worked in the company, that is not the experience they are looking. Because these freshers are there, right? Once we hire the freshers who are not having the subject, we have hired earlier also. We have hired, and after hiring the fresher, once we give some project for them and we ask to them to work means, they'll do 2 or 3 steps and they'll get 1 error. They'll stop there. Sir, error, sir. They'll think that they're working in the lab. Hey, you are not working in the lab. I'm not the lab mentor. You are working in the company. You are one of the person and I'm also one of the person who is working in the company. You are in the junior level. I'm in the senior level. That is the only difference. We both are friends and we both are colleagues. You are not the student. I'm not the lab mentor. This is not the lab to do the practice. These people, if you hire means, they will do the practice in the company, it seems. They will do the practice in the company and they will get the number of errors and we have to rectify that errors. Whatever the trainer has explained, that copy paste they will do and they will get an error. Again, we have to rectify the error. That generally, where we will do that one? In the lab. In the lab, we will do that one. And we'll get the errors means we'll ask the lab mentors. That we'll do in the lab. In the institute or in the college, we'll do that one in the lab. He is doing the same thing in the company. Now, after seeing this person, what is the feeling you will get? Like this, one person means okay. Out of 100, 90 people are like this only means what is the feeling you will get? The same feeling has got by the industry also. That is the reason they are not selecting the freshers. 10% of the people will have really the subject. They'll get easily job. 90% of the people are not having the subject. They'll not have the interest towards that one. Right? Most of the people are interested for spoon feeding, copy paste work. They're interested. This all the things was not decided on one single day. Okay. After seeing multiple freshers in the companies, seeing all these things, they have decided like this. Now they are going to go to the campus interviews. In the campus placements, they are selecting the freshers only. So these are also freshers only now. Means, yes, these are also freshers only, but for them, we are giving the 6 months training separately. Infosys selecting some freshers means they'll give the training in the Mysore campus. Wipro is selecting some freshers means they'll give in the Chennai campus. 6 months training they'll give separately. Sir, 6 months training, same way you can do the same thing in the companies also now also, right? For the normal people also who are not completed in campus placements, select them also and give the 6 months training, sir. How the Wipro is doing, you also do the same way. Yes, we can do. Why Wipro will do that one? Actually, the Wipro has to pay you 4.5 lakhs means they'll pay you in the package 3 lakhs they will pay you. They'll say in the campus interviews, for example, let us assume Wipro has came for your company, your college. In the campus placements, they have given the announcement for 5 lakhs. Actually, their budget is 7.5 lakhs. 1.5 times it should be there. Since 6 months, they are giving the training, means they are investing 2.5 on your lakhs on this. So 6 months training means 2.5 lakhs they are investing on you. After this investment, actually they have to pay you 7.5 lakhs, but they are paying only 5 lakhs, that to contract of 2 years. There is some max behind that is there. They have counted everything. For this person, after 6 months, if I train means what happens? The same type of trained person, if I want to hire in the market, how much I have to pay? You have to pay at least 7.5 lakhs for 1 year. The same person you can get for 5 lakhs, first 6 months, and from there 2 years contract period and close that one. So at the end, company is going to be get benefited. By giving this 6 months of training, company is getting benefited. There is so much of max involved in that. So much of numbers are there, right? For everything, there is a logic. Why these people will do this one, this one, this one, right? So please, like check with respect to the real-time projects and real-time case studies and work on that, right? And which is having the most important and which is having the real-time application, that you have to keep in the resume. Whichever is not having the real-time application, that is your practice. Your practice purpose, you have done that one. You have done for your practice, not for projecting yourself. For projecting, you have to do only the high-level things only. Don't go with the small things. Is that clear? Once you have done, automatically the persons understand that, okay, this person is having the subject, and automatically they'll call for you. Wherever there is a 2 years experience, 0 to 2 years, wherever they ask with you, 2 years of experience, apply wherever it is there, your resume gets shortlisted. 100% you will get resume gets shortlisted. Sir, actually they are asking for 2 years, sir. No problem. Now, sir, generally for 2 years means 8 lakhs or 10 lakhs package will be there, but you are ready for working for 5 lakhs. Now, how that will, for example, let us assume there is one person from non-IT. He is having 5 years of non-IT experience, or IT only, Java experience. Let us take in Java only. 5 years of Java experience he is having. Now he has learned the data science course under SRK. Completed. Course was completed. Now he want to apply for that data science role. Now this person, whatever the 5 years is there, if he applies, now basically 5 years experience, what is the salary? Generally, what would be the salary of 5 years experience person in the IT industry? Worst to worst only go. Minimum 10 lakhs. Minimum. Okay. Whatever the domain, it is minimum 10 lakhs. Whatever the domain, minimum 10 lakhs will be there. Now, this person is applying for data science role, means obviously he will expect something more only, right? So any person has applied with 5 years of experience and I have got a resume. What would be my mindset in my mind? What will run? Okay, this person has applied, means he is going to expect more than 10 lakhs only. That is default, right? He is expecting more than 10 lakhs in this job role. But my budget is only for 8 lakhs. But this person is ready to work for 8 lakhs also. Then how I can know that one? That I can't say based on the resume, right? In the resume, no one is going to write that I'm ready for working for 8 lakhs. No one will write like that, right? Already I'm getting the paid of 10 lakhs. I'm ready for 8 lakhs also. No one is going to write like that. But still, we have to project ourselves. How? What is the other way? Means you have to apply for the companies wherever they have mentioned the salary. Whichever the company has mentioned the salary, for that salary mentioned companies only you apply. For example, there is a company where they have mentioned the salary up to 8 lakhs, something they have mentioned. Now you have applied. this person has applied for this company. Though he is having 10 lakhs also, he is ready for 8 lakhs. Then only after seeing this one only he has applied, right? Then we'll get a confirmation. And if in my project there is Java is going to be useful, means first I will call first priority this person only. I will do the first entry also for this person only. If in my project Java is also a part, maybe I may work or my team may work. That is secondary. If it is having advantage, means first priority I will give for this person. If not, Java is not I'm going to use, then he is also one of the person, general person. I'm going to interview remaining all the people, and finally I'm going to select who is the best. Is that clear? Done, guys? So here, whatever the data you are going to share, sir, can you share some sample resumes which is the best for a data scientist? Surely, I'm going to upload the sample resumes also. When I explain you the resume building, separate resume building session also I'm going to take, and how you have to create your resume also I'm going to explain. And just type in the Google. Every person after completing the class, type in the Google resume score. Type in the Google called as resume score. Okay. And here, go to the website, which is a most popular one. This one, which is related to Naukri, right? Select the Naukri website. Just type in the Google resume score and select this one, which is the Naukri. Select this one. Just open that website. Click on this. Once you click on this, now it is going to ask you to upload your resume or login. Don't log in. Don't fetch the account from the Naukri account. Don't create Naukri account also. If you are having Naukri account, means first delete that one. Okay. So here directly drop whatever your CV is for the resume. You will see here one score. If this score is more than 60 only, apply for the companies. If it is less than 60, don't apply for the companies. First you work on that. Okay. Just after the class, check your resume. As of now, today, what is your resume score? After resume building, my session of resume building completed, again you check the resume score. Drastic change you will see. For the freshers particularly, experienced people already these things they know. For the freshers, I'm particularly saying. Okay. Before applying for the companies, one, you have to do the capstone projects, at least two. Minimum two projects you have to do. Which was not done by me, only by you. Completely starting to ending, which was completely done by you, 2 projects. Minimum. Maximum is infinite. Minimum is 2. Right? This is criteria number 1. End, not or. End. End means all of them true. End. Okay? You have to have with respect to certification. NASSCOM certification also you have to complete. End. Kaggle top 5 percentile. If it is 6 also, no. Till you get the top 5 percentile, you have to work. There is no other option. Okay. Top 5 percentile. Every student has to get in the top 5 only. Not more than top 5. If you're not in the top 5 means you're not a data science student only. From my perspective. Right? This is third one. Fourth one, end. You have to create the visual resume, which attracts the HRs, where the visual resume score greater than 60. These 4 conditions you have to satisfy. If you satisfy these 4 conditions only, apply for the company, 100% your resume will get shortlisted and you will get an interview call. In the interview, you have to perform. This is guarantee. Interview is guaranteed. Okay. For all of them, I am going to explain one by one. Capstone project class, I will explain capstone project. I will show you the capstone project. I will upload one capstone project also. NASSCOM, I will show you how to apply and what are the sample questions of NASSCOM is there. That one also I will show you. Today we are focusing on this one. Today we are focusing on this one. And one day will be there. We'll focus on this one. For each of them, one class we are having. As of now is this. This is the as of now. Right? Is that clear? Now, how to make a CSV file and upload in the Kaggle? Sir, please Kaggle dataset solutions. Solution, sir. What solution? Yeah, how to make the Kaggle, right? That is the same. Now, generally any project, earlier I have already told you, any project, what are the steps we have to do? What are the steps we have to do? First one is business problem understanding. In the Titanic data set also, we have to understand the same. Second, data understanding. In the Titanic also, we have to do the same. We have to understand each and every column. These two things already we have completed. Now, third step, data pre-processing. Inside this, you have to do the EDA, data cleaning, data wrangling. Here, the most important point is there in the Kaggle. What is the win miss? One is train, one is test. Two CSV files are there separately. Now, whatever the train CSV file is there, load this one and keep it as train DF. Name it as train DF. Load this one and name it as test DF. In this train DF, there is an output variable. First, you drop that output variable. First, remove that one. Forget that one is not there. Okay. Remaining part is common in both the things. Common. Now, whatever the data cleaning you have done in this particular column, for example, a particular column, missing values. Age is the column. Missing values are there. You have treated the age, missing values. You have filled the missing values with mean. The mean value is 24. Assume. The same 24 you have to fill here also. Means what you have to do? Here you have to do the, for this column you have to apply the fit and transform. For this data you have to apply only transform, not fit. You have to do the only transform, no fit. Transform means only replace, don't fit. Fitting should not be done on the test data. Means again recalculation you have to not to do. If you do again recalculation, then what is the difference between these two? So you should not do. Here fit and transform you have to apply. Here only transform. If you remember the scaling, standard scalar, import the standard scalar. SC is equal to standard scalar. And xtrain, we are going to fit and transform on the xtrain. On for xtest, we are going to do only transform on the xtest. Do you remember? In the ANN also we have done the same. In the before to this, some of the data sets we have applied the same. Wherever the scaling we have done, for the train data we have applied the fit and transform. For the test data we have applied only transform. So whenever you are applying, whatever the column you are treating, in which way you are treating. For example, you are removing the outliers. In this case, you are removing the outliers. In this case also you have to remove the outliers. In this case, you are filling the values. In this case also you have to fill. In this case, you have converted the skewed distribution, the skewed distribution to normal. Here also you have to do the same. Whatever you have done on the train data, you have to apply the same thing on the test data as it is. You should not do any modifications. And next, you have to do the, now once the modifications are done, data pre-processing is completed. Now forget this Jupyter notebook, keep this one side. Keep this one side. Only you are having only train. Now within the train data, split the data into train part and test part. Okay. And you apply the models, different models, model 1, model 2, model 3, like this, apply all the models. And check which models are having overfitted or underfitted. Whichever the model is having the overfitting problem, and that model you ignore. Whichever the model is not having the overfitting problem, that model you select. And out of all the models, one model will be the best. Finally, you will identify which is the best model, top model. This model, use the predict on this one. Whatever the best model you have got, model.predict on the test underscore df. And you will get the answers. Predicted answers you will get. And that predicted answers, whatever the answers are there, you are going to get the output as an array. That array you have to convert to a data frame. First you convert the output as a data frame. Now you are having the output with a data frame With the best model you have predicted. Using the best model you have predicted. Now you are having the answers in a data frame. Now in this data frame, df of this particular column, whatever the output variable column is there, df of that column 2 underscore CSV. Now this data frame will be converted as a CSV file and it will be stored in your working directory. How it will store means what is the name you are going to write this CSV file, in that way it is going to store srk.csv. Now it is going to create a CSV file in your working directory and this CSV file go and upload in the Kaggle. Is that clear? Done? How to convert a data frame to CSV file means whichever the data frame, whatever the data frame you want to convert, if it is a single column means single column, if the entire data frame is entire data frame. DF to CSV. Will convert the data frame to CSV. Single column you want to convert means single column. Entire data frame is entire data frame. Right? Is that clear, guys? Done? Next. Bhupendra, is your question is clear? So one by one we have to do. First we have to select the data and we have to apply. Done, guys? Any questions? Remember, in the train data, how many number of columns you are going to get after data pre-processing? Once the data pre-processing was completed, finally you are going to get some columns after encoding or whatever it is. You'll get certain number of columns. That number of columns should be same in the test data also. In the df of test.csv, test train.csv file is there, test.csv file is there. Two CSV files are there. Here the number of columns after doing the data pre-processing, finally which you are going to split. Before the splitting you are going to select the final data, right? At that time whatever the number of columns you are having in the train.csv, the same number of columns should be there in the test.csv. Both should match. Otherwise you will get an error. For example, train.csv, whatever the train.csv file is there, this train.csv file you have done the data pre-processing and finally you have got with 25 columns, assume. After encoding and everything, you have got 25 columns. Example only. You will not get 25. Example only. Pure example. Okay. Assume that you have got 25 columns. Now, these 25 columns, using the 25 columns, you have created the model. Now, model was created on how many columns? 25 columns it has created. Now, when it has created based on 25 columns, one predicting also you have to predict using the 25 columns only. Otherwise, it will throw the error. Example. TV, radio, newspaper. This commonly we have done, right? Till now we have done only one data set for multiple algorithms, means this is the one. So TV, radio, newspaper and says is the data set is available. Assume. Now I have applied the multiple linear regression. Now how many columns are there? 3 columns. Now the linear regression was fitted on X train and Y train. Whatever the X train, Y train is there, I have fitted using X train. How many columns? Using 3 columns. Now it has identified the relation y hat is equal to beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2 plus beta 3 x3. Now assume the beta 1 value is some kind of 10,000 and beta 1 value is 0.2 into TV, 4.8 into radio, 6.9 into newspaper. Assume you have got some equation like this. This is the model. Some model, whatever the model is there, model is equal to linear regression and you have fitted on the X and Y train and you have got the equation something like this. Now you are asking model.predict and inside that you have given only one value called as 500. You have given only one value. Now what will you say? Array, one value you have given, but here this model takes 3 values. TV, radio, newspaper, 3 values are required. You are giving one value and predict means from where I have to predict. This model was designed for using the 3 values. This model was not designed for single value. This model was designed for 3 values. So you have to give the input as 3 values. When you have given the 3 values as the input, for example, 500, 100, 900, something you have given the 3 values as the input, then this value will be substituted for TV, this value will be substituted for radio, this value will be substituted for newspaper and it will print the answer. You are writing only one value and asking predict miss. From where? This model was designed for 3 variables. You have to give the input also 3 variables. Right? Now, whatever the train.csv file is there in the Kaggle computation, that is Titanic data set, and you have done the data, whatever the data is there. And for this data, you have applied the model. And this model was designed using 25 columns. Using 25 columns, this model was designed. Now, while predicting also, when you are using this model.predict on your test.csv file, in the test.csv file also, 25 columns should be there. Because the model was designed for 25 columns. So, in this also, 25 columns should be there. Then only it will predict the answer. Here only 10 columns are there, means it will throw the error. Here 26 are there also, it will throw the error. If number of same or only, it will work. As we have already seen, any function, when the number of arguments are same only, it will work. Otherwise, it will throw the error. This particular function was designed for 3 arguments. You have given only 2 input arguments, add 1 more argument. That we have seen in the functions, right? During the functions, I have told you, the number of arguments should be matched. Otherwise, the function will not execute. At that time, I have told you most important also. Is that clear, guys? Whatever the column you have dropped on the test, for example, one of the column, name column you have dropped on the train.csv, drop the same column in the test. Age column you have replaced with 25. Here also you have to replace with 25 if there is missing values. You have dropped the outliers. Here also you have to drop the outliers. Whatever you have done on the train data, you have to do the same thing on the test data as it is. Is that clear? You should not recalculate. None of them you should calculate on the test data. Test data is not for calculation purpose. Test data is used for prediction purpose. In that, anything missing is for replacement purpose, not for calculation purpose. So don't fit anything on the test data. Only transform. Apply only transform on the test data. Never fit on the test data. Is that clear, guys? Any questions? If this is one of the data set, you can select as per your choice. What are the data sets? Just check in the search button. In the search button, I want to work on the banking sector. Type the bank, word called as bank. And you will get with respect to related to banking, what are the different options are available. You want to work on the finance, healthcare. Type in the healthcare. You'll get with respect to healthcare projects. Is that clear? Like this, you can select as per your choice. Already I have told you, right? Which one you have to select, miss? For example, this is one of them is there. Wherever the word, this is one of the by student. Here the student names are there. I mean, the person's participant name. These are all the participants' names. If it is a competition, miss, for example, here, if you observe, this is the word on the top. You can see the word called as competition. Like this, it will be there. This is by individual. One of the person has uploaded the notes. This is competition. You have to click on this one, not on this one. Okay. Wherever the word of competition is there, that one you have to open.